Good morning. It's Thursday. This is the day that we do chair yoga. And this week we are inspired by the Vittam Mudra, which is the gesture of vital energy. We take this mudra when we want to locate our energy and restore the energy that we need in order to do the things that we want to or need to do. It's a great mudra to take when you're feeling like your energy bank has become low, when it has become overextended, if you will, and you need to reconnect with that and make sure that it's available for you to do the things that you need to do. This aligns nicely with Brahmacharya, that value of balancing our energy so that we can meet our priorities and fulfill the roles that we want to do in life, or the things, or meet our priorities. So it's really wonderful for that. And both of these really align nicely with the sacral chakra. This mudra helps us to nourish our reproductive and urinary organs, and it helps us to relax the lower spine. So join me on the chair. So as we have covered in past classes, whatever chair that you choose is totally acceptable as long as it is a chair that is stable and provides you with the ability to have your feet firmly on the floor and your thighs parallel to the floor. You need this for maximum movement and for stability in all the different poses that we may choose. So let's initially begin by covering this mudra. So what I would like you to do is take your hands and create a cupping sensation with your hands. So your hands, like if you just created a curve with your hands, your fingers are all together, your thumbs are against your hands, and then wrap them down a little bit like you're circling them around a ball and have them cupped. Elbows close to the ribs, hands are just in front of your solar plexus muscles. And what we want to do with this mudra when we meditate with this mudra, we want to inhale, expand our hands slightly, and on exhale, bring them closer together. By doing so, it's like there's an energy ball right there in between our hands. And as that energy ball grows with our inhale, we are allowing our hands room to accommodate it. And as we exhale, the energy ball comes back down and we continue to hug our hands around it. So let's do that for a few breath cycles. Inhale, expand. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, expand. And exhale, draw it back in. Inhale, expand. And exhale, draw it back in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw it back in. While you are inhaling and exhaling on your own, some tips. First, draw the crown of your head up nice and tall and allow your shoulders to float down your back, lifting up your heart center. Find ease in this posture where you have a nice tall posture, taking all of the tension out of your lower spine by creating lift in your ribs, lift in your heart center, lift in your crown. Find comfort in the strength of this nice, healthy posture where you're engaging the muscles of your upper spine more than you're engaging the muscles of your hips and your lower spine. As you inhale and exhale and you focus on your energy ball, draw your attention to that sacral region of the body, which is that place between the pubis and the belly button. And imagine that orange ball of energy. Now, one of the elements or one of the aspects of the sacral chakra is creativity, going with the flow, being flexible in circumstances. So this aligns beautifully with this mudra that also stimulates those organs in that area. Because one of the things that we must come to the realization about in life is sometimes we don't have enough energy to tackle something. And sometimes we have to send a message to our own heart and soul and mind that it's time to back off. We might have relationships where we literally don't have the energy to deal with whatever is being put forth in that relationship. And we know that actually the best course of action that we can take is to back out of it and allow it to run its own course, allow it to solve its own issues in its own time. Sometimes we have put out so much energy on things, we are tapped out. Sometimes we know in advance that to tackle something that's in front of us is going to be too much. And we might have to decline the opportunity, or we might have to do it in a different way, or we might have to do it in steps and phases. All of that is acknowledging your current circumstances. All of that is an acknowledgement of what's in the here and now, not what we want, not what we wish, but what is real, what is now, and what do we have to do to rise to that task or to that moment. And so sometimes the most honest and most positive thing that you can do is acknowledge that moment and give it respect and adjust yourself and your expectations and your attachments and your energy output and function to that moment. So this is an invitation also at self-care. Can you care enough about yourself to honor what you need in the moment and to really, truly live it? Let's take another inhale and expand the hands, and exhale, draw them back together. One more final one. Inhale, expand, and exhale, draw them back. I'm going to do one more final adjustment of the camera because I realized that I never adjusted it for the height of the mat, or the length of the mat rather. So we won't have all of the mat visible if I'm up near the front of the mat. Okay. So now that we have taken some time to engage in that mudra, remembering that one of the aspects of that mudra is that it helps you relax the lower back. It helps you balance your vital energies. How do you feel? Ask yourself, how do I feel? Do I feel like I took some tension out of my lower back? A lot of times when we're sitting, we might allow our core muscles to relax too much and relax too much into whatever we're sitting in and actually create pain. Were you able to keep your shoulders back and down and allow that heart to lift up? So these are also things that help us to discover our own mindfulness as our days go. In all positions, in all circumstances, we can always take a posture that's healthy for the body and helps that lower back relax. Let's inhale our hands out and overhead. And exhale, draw them out and down, drawing your heart center up as you descend your hands. Inhale, bring the hands out and up. And exhale, draw them down, lifting up your heart center. Inhale, rise your hands up. And on our exhale, we're going to descend our torso over our legs for our first forward fold, but it's modified because we're just warming up the body. Placing our hands on our feet. Inhale, the crown of the head forward. Exhale, allow the crown to drop. Inhale, reverse swan dive, bringing our hands out and up. Nice straight back as we raise our hands overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down, and then inhale, bring them up. And then exhale, descend over your legs, just laying on the torso, or the torso across the legs for now. Hands on your feet, drop your crown. Inhale into that flat spine, drawing your shoulders away, creating a nice long spine from tailbone to crown. Exhale, drop your crown. Inhale, reverse swan dive, bringing hands out and up, nice straight back as we bring our hands up to the top. Exhale, bring hands down to heart center. Take a nice inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale them up. And then exhale, swan dive forward again, laying your torso across your legs, hands on the ground, drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center and place your hands on your legs. So today we're going to do circles with our upper body. So imagine that your body is like one of those tomato cages. And the very top ring of the cage is what your shoulders are going to travel on. That plane is that top ring. So you're keeping your sits bones firmly in place. You're going to have your hands on top of your legs. And then on your inhale, I want you to go to the right and circle around to the front. And then when you arrive at the left, exhale and circle around to the back. And then continue. So continue inhaling to the right and exhaling to the left and back. And I just want you to feel the comfort of moving the body in this natural way, just opening it up naturally. Try not to roll your spine too much. Just enjoy this gentle movement. And then go ahead and change that direction. Let's do one more breath cycle of that, inhaling to the left and forward and exhaling to the right and back. Go ahead and take that neutral position. Let's do a few rounds of cow-cat. Just continue to open up the spine. Inhale the heart center forward, floating our sits bones back, keeping our hands stationary on top of our thighs. On our exhale, go ahead and draw your back to the back of your chair. Roll your shoulders, bring your chin to chest, and tilt your pelvic bowl up. Inhale, reverse all of that. In cow, drawing your heart center forward, floating your sits bones back. And exhale, reverse all of that into cat, drawing your back to the back of the chair, arching like a black cat. Inhale, bring the heart center forward, drawing the sits bones towards the back of the chair. Exhale, bring your back to the back of the chair, arching like a black cat. Inhale, one more time, bringing the heart center forward, floating the sits bones back. And then exhale, let's take our neutral position. And now let's integrate a little bit of gentle twisting movement in the spine. Sometimes we do this when we're standing, so let's try it while we're sitting. So treat your arms kind of like they're noodles. And as you just go back and forth, just tap your hands on each of your hip bones on the opposite side. So left to right, right to left. And then just gently breathe while you're doing this. You can even raise your arms and have your arms kind of flow more with this gentle movement. And really, this twist kind of generates from the upper part of our spine. So the hips aren't moving. You should not feel engagement of the lower back at all. And we're not really doing a full twist. We're just opening up the body a little bit. There we go. And let's flap our arms like wings also. Just kind of warming up the shoulders, warming up the arms. Maybe bring them forward and back. Opening up the heart and the chest. Bring them up and down. And then do a little bit of that twisting again. And now let's place our hands on top of our legs. Inhale our shoulders up to the ears and exhale, bring them back and down. And let's do some more of those shoulder rolls. Inhale up to the ears and exhale back and down. Inhale up to the ears, exhale back and down. One more forward up to the ears and exhale back and down. Let's reverse that. Inhale back and up to the ears, forward and down. Inhale back and up to the ears, forward and down. Inhale back, up to the ears, forward and down. And one more, inhale back and up to the ears, forward and down. And nice side body release before we move on to doing some sun salutations. So bring our hands right hand out to the side, bringing the arm up along the right ear, and curl to the left. Keep that right leg tapped. Draw your right shoulder back as you create a nice stretch, spiraling the heart center up, stretching the entire right side from your hip bone all the way up through the sideways, through the rib cage, through to the shoulder. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Take another nice inhale. And then exhale, float that down, moving your body to the left. Take your left arm out to the side, up alongside the left ear, and then curl to the right. Spiral your heart center up and inhale. As you exhale, engage in your stretch a little bit more. Maybe you curl more, maybe you bring your hand up and over more. Whatever increases the stretch all along your left side, from the hip bone all the way up the side body through the ribs. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up and place that hand down. Let's now inhale our hands up again. Exhale, bring them down to your legs. Place your left hand on your left foot. Place your right hand on your waist or on your hip bone and just twist to the right. Draw your right shoulder back to engage that twist. If you feel it in your lower back, you can back out of your twist a little bit or lift up your heart a little bit. What I don't want is any kind of twisting along the lower back. It's first thing in the morning. We're trying to warm up the spine without putting any tension on those facet joints that keep our spine nicely together. We're just bringing fluidity and a little bit of flexibility. Take another nice inhale. Exhale, place your right hand on your right foot. Take your left hand and take it to your left hip and twist to the left. Drawing the left shoulder back to engage your twist. Take another inhale. Exhale, dropping this down and inhaling our hands all the way up. Exhale, bringing them to heart center. I feel like we did a nice job kind of warming up the body to greet the day. So remember, in the morning, it's nice when we take yoga that is more gentle. I mean, some people really like to do power yoga first thing in the morning. Even when I had a younger body, it was no more supple in the morning than it is now. And it just did not enjoy moving in that way. I would find myself with ideals about what I should be doing in poses in terms of my extension and my flexibility. And I would find myself very frustrated that I could not do those things first thing in the morning, that I couldn't even touch my toes sometimes first thing in the morning because I was just so stiff. And I was in my 30s. So we have to accept, and that really goes along with this Vittam Mudra, we have to accept where we are at the time and in the moment. And so that means even accepting from moment to moment, day to day, that we must adjust how we approach things, the practice of yoga, to respect where the body is. Where my body is at 7 p.m. at night is very different than where my body is at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's okay to accept that. So we're going to move into some sun salutations. So let's first take a nice strong Tadasana, standing with our feet firmly rooted into the ground, drawing energy up from the floor, creating a softness in the knees so that we can engage our core muscles, drawing the belly button up underneath the ribs and allowing the tailbone to float slightly down to the floor. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears and bring them back down, allowing them to draw down. And by turning our hands forward, we're allowing our shoulders to wrap onto our back, our shoulder blades, our scapulas. Lift up the heart center, lift up the crown, and feel the strength of this nice, tall, strong Tadasana. Feel the openness of all of your energy centers, the traveling of the breath easily up and down the spine through those energy centers. Take a nice inhale. And exhale. Let's take the Vittam Mudra again, placing your hands in that cupping sensation. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and expand to allow room for your energy ball to grow. And exhale, compress it back down. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw the hands back in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, bring your hands back in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw them back in. And one more inhale. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, bring our hands out and overhead in this nice tall Tadasana. Exhale, bring the hands down as you draw the crown up to the sky or to the ceiling. Inhale, bring the hands out and up. Exhale, bring them out and down. One more inhale, out and up. Exhale, bending your legs slightly. Swan dive forward, placing the hands on the chair, and then allow your forehead to come down to the chair, keeping your spine nice and straight. Exhale, bring your hands, or inhale, bring your hands up. Your arms up, your shoulders up, straightening out your arms, keeping your hands on the chair, drawing the crown of your head forward. Exhale, drop your forehead to the chair, and then on your inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. We're just still integrating movement into the spine. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down and inhale them up. Exhale, swan dive forward, placing your hands on the chair and dropping your forehead. Inhale, placing the hands on the chair. Draw your shoulders up, drawing the crown of your head forward. Nice straight spine. Exhale, drop your forehead down to the chair. Inhale, rise all the way up into Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, our hands down. And then inhale, our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, placing your hands on the chair, placing your forehead on the chair. Inhale into a flat spine. And let's take our first lunge of the day. Take our right foot back. You can stay in a high lunge or you can drop your knee to the floor. I'm going to stay in a high lunge. Inhale, draw the heart center up, drawing the shoulders down, keeping our fingertips or our hands on the chair. Exhale, place both hands on the chair and bring our left foot back to join our right. Draw our hands forward rather than bringing our hips backward. We are extending the spine, but not overextending our sacroiliac joints or the lower spine. Take a nice inhale, fully exhale, and then bring our right foot forward. Inhale, lift up our heart center. And then exhale, bring left foot forward to join the right. Inhale into a flat spine, exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down, then inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, placing your hands on your chair, dropping your forehead. Inhale into a flat spine, drawing the crown of the head forward. Exhale, drop the head and bring your left foot back. Inhale, drawing the heart center up, dropping the shoulders. Exhale, take right foot back to join left in downward facing dog. Moving our hands forward on the chair to create extension rather than creating extension in the lower back. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, take your left foot forward. Inhale, draw your heart center up, draw the crown of your head up. Exhale, bring right foot forward to join left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, drop your forehead to the chair. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, our hands down. Inhale, our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hands to the chair. Drop your forehead. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take our right foot back. Inhale our heart center up as we draw our shoulders down. Maybe you're creating a little bit more extension this time. Exhale, take our left foot back to join our right and extend our hands forward as we go into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, take our right foot forward, left foot back. Inhale the heart center up. Exhale, take left foot forward to join the right. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hands to the chair, dropping your forehead. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale the forehead down and take our left foot back. Inhale the heart center up. And then exhale, bring right foot back to join the left. And move our hands forward as we go into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale our heart center up. And then exhale, right foot forward to join left. Inhale into flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do a third round. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hands to the chair, dropping our forehead. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take our right foot back. Inhale our heart center up. Exhale, left foot back to join the right and downward facing dog, sliding our hands forward. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, right foot forward, left foot back. Inhale the heart center up. Exhale, left foot forward to join the right. Inhale into a flat spine and exhale down. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the chair, dropping our forehead. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down, take our left foot back. Inhale our heart center up. Exhale, take right foot back to join the left, sliding our hands forward in downward facing dog. Inhale, and then exhale, take our left foot forward, rising up our heart center. Exhale, take right foot forward to join left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So hopefully you feel a nice openness of the spine. You've done a beautiful job linking your breath with your movement, which is really what yoga is. Yoga is accessing the pranayama or the prana and using that to generate our movements. So now what we're going to do is go into a warrior series and open up the heart center as we move through these poses. So I find it better for me to still be on my blocks. So first, let's take warrior one. So turn our body to the right. So we're sitting on the chair, but the back of the chair is against our right arm and shoulder. Take our left foot behind. You may need to find that you've got to move your body more towards the front of the chair. So to take warrior one feet, our left back foot is sealed against the floor. So it's not a lunge, we're not up on our toes, but our heel is actually on the floor and the edge, the outside edge of the foot is sealed against the floor. And then what I want you to do, our natural inclination when we've got our body up on the chair like this is to kind of allow our sits bones to float back and arch that lower back. But I want you to do the opposite of that. I want you to draw the belly button in as if you're standing. And so now your left leg is resting on the chair, but you've moved your energy back into your back body, back into that back leg. Inhale your hands up, grow nice and tall. Draw your hands up, draw your heart up, allow your shoulders to float down and continue to draw that belly button into the spine. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, continue to strengthen that leg behind you, your back leg. Make it strong and straight, sealing your foot into the floor as you draw your belly button into the spine. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Take another inhale, lifting with your hands. And then on your exhale, place your hands down and let's move into warrior two. So in warrior two, we're going to keep our right foot in position, and we're going to turn our body. A little bit difficult for me because this chair is a little bit wide. I'm going to move to the front of the chair. We're going to turn our body so that it is facing to the left. So we were facing forward and our body now is open, and we are drawing our hips open by drawing our right knee back towards our right baby toes, keeping our left foot parallel to the mat behind us. Inhale our hands out to warrior two arms. As you inhale, lift up the heart center, draw the shoulder blades together, and look out over your right hand. So your sits bone, your right sits bone, your right leg is in firm contact with the chair. Your right foot is on the floor or on a block, and you're using the muscles on your right outside thigh to draw your knee out towards your baby toes. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, drop your left hand down, bring your right arm up as we move into peaceful warrior. Extend your hand up to the ceiling, creating maximum stretch from your hip bone all the way up to the sideways through the ribs. Take a beautiful inhale. And then on your exhale, place your right forearm on your right leg. Bring your left arm up and draw your shoulder down on the exhale. On your inhale, draw your right arm alongside your left ear. Keep your body lifted. Continue to draw your right shoulder down away from your right ear. Have a nice long line from your wrist all the way to your left ankle. I always call this like a dart. Inhale. On your exhale, spiral your heart center up, creating maximum openness of the heart center and a stretch all around the left side body. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, circle your left arm down, bring it back up into warrior two arms. And on your exhale, drop your hands and let's change sides. My son's alarm just went off. He is rising for the day. He doesn't know that I teach yoga here in the mornings. Okay, moving into warrior one. So again, right leg is behind us, left leg is resting on the chair, sits bone in firm contact with the chair. Make that leg behind you so that your heel is on the floor and the whole outside edge of your foot is sealed against the floor. My toes are pointed forward at about a 45-degree angle. My hip bones are in the same alignment as my heart center. So I raise my hands up and I exhale, draw the shoulders down, pull the belly button into the spine as I lift up my heart center, lift up the crown of my head, creating maximum length in the torso. Take another inhale and raise your hands up. And then on your exhale, let's open up into that warrior two. So you may need to make some feet adjustments to allow for that. So in warrior two, we have the back of our foot parallel to the mat, to the short side of the mat. We have our left toes pointed forward, and we're using the muscles on our back of our hips to draw the hips open. So relax those muscles and feel what happens when you just relax them. And then on your inhale, draw them together. Draw your knee back towards your baby toes. You only have one baby toe. Inhale your hands up to warrior two arms. And then look to the left. Continue to lift up the heart center and draw the shoulders together to open up the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, drop your hand down to your right leg and draw your left arm up overhead as we move into humble warrior. Now peaceful warrior. And in peaceful warrior, we're creating a nice long stretch all along our left side body, drawing our hand as high up to the ceiling as we can. And then on our exhale, bend our left arm, place our forearm on top of our left knee, bring our right arm up overhead, and on your exhale, draw your shoulder blade onto your back. On your next inhale, draw your hand alongside your shoulder and spiral your heart center up. And again, create maximum space between the left shoulder and the left ear, creating a nice long line from your left ankle all the way, or to your right ankle all the way to your right wrist. Inhale. Exhale. Draw that right shoulder just slightly back to spiral your heart center up. Take another inhale. And then exhale, circle that back down, moving back into those warrior two arms. Bring our hands down and return to center. So feel that experience of that vitality that you have tapped into, linking breath with movement and expanding the body as much as you can. So this kind of a routine that we're doing, you can do this in your office when you need a midday pick-me-up at work. These are wonderful ways to start to infuse the body with oxygen and find your vitality that you need to get through the rest of your workday. It's really much more effective than a cup of coffee. Let's inhale our hands up. Draw our hands up to the ceiling. Draw the heart up to the ceiling. Create maximum length in the spine, maximum space between the vertebrae, all the way from the lowest part of your spine, all the way up through the ribs, through the middle of the back. Take a nice inhale, lifting up the heart and lifting up the crown. And then on your exhale, hinge at your hips forward. Keep your arms drawn back towards your ears as we descend into chair pose. In chair pose, make sure you keep your tailbone rooted to the chair if you can, or moving in that direction, drawing the belly button into the spine, drawing the shoulder blades back, drawing the arms back. Using all the strength of your core muscles and your side body to maintain this posture. Take a nice inhale, fully exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bring hands to heart center, maintaining this chair pose. Twist to the left, and then clip your left elbow over your left elbow over your right knee, and just twist to the left, pressing your hands together in prayer pose. So we've done this in chair pose many, many times, and now we're doing it in chair pose on a chair. So it's the same motion. As you press your hands together, it allows your collarbones to separate. It allows your right shoulder to draw backwards. It allows you to engage in that twist. Take a nice inhale. Fully exhale, drawing the crown of your head forward. Inhale, return hands to heart center, still in that chair posture. And then exhale to the left, clipping your right elbow over your left knee, pressing your hands together, allowing yourself to engage deeply into that twist on the left side, and drawing your left shoulder back. Drawing the crown of your head forward. Inhale. Exhale, press those hands together, drawing that left shoulder back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, return hands to heart center. Bring your hands up alongside your ears, or your arms alongside your ears. Hands are up. So your whole body is still kind of tilted forward, lifting up the heart center, drawing the arm bones back. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, float your hands down. So this allows us to really work the upper body in that chair pose. It's nice when we can engage our legs, but sometimes it's not available to us. So I would like to do one last standing playful pose before we settle into our meditation for the rest of the morning. So I'm going to stand up out of my chair, turn my chair so that the tall part of my chair is the part that is facing my body. And then I'm going to stand to the left of that chair. So we're going to take tree pose this morning. Tree pose is fun, and it reminds us to root into the earth and grow our body tall. It's a little bit playful. One thing about trees is they have to bend to the wind. So when we talk about the sacral chakra, it lines up nicely with that in terms of how we visualize a tree. When on a really windy day, a tree that is healthy, that is flexible, can bend and flow with the demands of the wind without breaking. And so that's what we want, is we want to be able to bend and flow with the demands of life without life breaking us. So root your body, your weight into your right foot. Stand up nice and tall in Tadasana on one leg. Bend your left leg and turn your left knee out. Draw your foot up against your left ankle or your right ankle. So your left foot right now is wrapped around your right ankle. Your toes are on the floor. This may be your presentation of tree pose. You can also take your left foot off the floor and wrap it around the ankle with the toes pointing towards the floor, or you can wrap it around your calf muscle, or if you want to, you can even bring it all the way to the top. Today, I'm going to demonstrate it at the calf. While you're in this position, I want you to draw your crown up, draw your heart center up. Make sure you're not sinking into this right hip. So draw that right hip slightly to the left so that your hips are in alignment, and continue to draw this left knee out to the side and backward, engaging these muscles on the outside of it and your hip flexor muscles to create that shape. Bring your right arm up to the side or overhead, growing your tree long. If you want to let go of your chair, you can. And go ahead and grow your limbs long, high to the sky, allowing the leaves that are your fingers to touch the sun, to be nourished by the light of the sun. Maybe allow your tree to bend and flow a little bit. Have a little bit of fun with it if you want to. Look, I fell out of it. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale. Bring your hands down. Bring your left foot down and shake it out. My balance isn't as good this morning as it normally is. I think it's because it's morning. Okay, so now I'm standing to the right of my chair. I've moved my chair to the left, and I'm going to set up on the right side. So again, taking that nice tall Tadasana on one leg. Turn my right knee out, bringing my right foot up against my left ankle. Right now, toes are on the floor. And then I can take another variation. I can have my toes pointing to the floor but not touching it, wrapped around my calf muscle, or all the way up to the top of the leg. I'm choosing to keep it at the calf muscle this morning. And sometimes choosing that lower variation is actually more work on the legs and teaches us more about balance, because we have to more intentfully engage these muscles on the back of the spine, wrapping them around the sacrum as we draw that right knee backwards and out. So lift up and out of that. Draw your left hip that you could be sinking into slightly to the right to create that nice tall Tadasana on one leg with our right leg in tree pose position. Bring our right arm up, bringing the limbs of our trees up to be nourished by the sun. Maybe bring both up. Maybe bend and flow with this if you want to. Playing just a little bit. I'm a little stronger on this side. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Take another inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down. Bring your right leg down and shake it out. Now we're going to turn the chair forward and sit back in it again as we do one final hip stretch in order to wake up those hips, take any tension out of them, and frankly make sitting easier for all the things that we have to sit to do. Mostly it's work. And I know that people spend long hours in their chairs, especially if they're working at home. It seems that we are less mobile working at home than we were in the office. And I think it's because when we're in the office, we get up, we go talk to people, we have to go to the printer, we have to go around the office to do things. You can come out, honey. And everybody, this is my son. And so this is an invitation to make sure that you get up and out of your own chair at home more frequently as well. And they say a nice rule of thumb is to work for 50 minutes and take 10 minutes to do a little bit of exercise, or work 55 in 5 minutes, but taking time every single hour. So let's take our right ankle and cross it over our left leg and just sit up nice and tall. I can feel the stiffness of my own hips this week. I haven't been as active. I had a little illness at the beginning of the week, just stomach related. I guess it's going around. A friend of mine had it as well. And so I didn't do yoga on Monday night because it hit that night. I didn't do yoga on Tuesday night because I was really feeling it. And I didn't do yoga Wednesday morning. So, because I was, having tummy troubles, but now my tummy's all better. And here I'm back. So we've crossed our right ankle over our left knee and we're sitting nice and tall just to allow the hip to start to open up. And maybe this is the only form you're going to be in this morning because maybe your body just doesn't want to open up yet. Respecting your body and the signals that it sends to you, that's totally acceptable. Draw your heart center up, draw your shoulders down, create maximum space in the spine. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, draw the heart center forward, starting to stretch out the back of that right hip. You can draw your toes backwards to protect that knee. And just focus on drawing the heart center forward to open up the back of that hip. Don't focus on drawing it down to the leg. If your body is opening up, it will naturally move down on its own. So I want your concentration to be on a long, straight spine rather than a curled spine. So a lot of times we think when we're looking at the forms of poses that, oh, if somebody's heart center has reached their leg, I have to do that. But that's not the goal. The goal of this pose is stretching out the back of your hip. So I really urge you as a yogi to allow the signals your body sends to you to be your guide. Learn these alignment principles that we talk about, of creating a long and straight spine, of drawing the heart center forward, of drawing the crown of the head forward. And when you focus on doing those things, it doesn't matter what your heart center is doing in relation to the leg anymore. It'll descend down when it's good and ready, but you're keeping your back safe by keeping it straight. When we curl the back, you now have extended the spine in the wrong direction. And that is definitely a direction you can risk injury in. So take a nice inhale. Fully exhale, drawing the crown of the head and the heart forward. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop your right foot down to the floor. Take your left knee, your ankle, and drop it across your right knee. So you've crossed your ankle over your right knee. Do a little bit of block adjustment here. These are my tall blocks. My son was asleep and I didn't want to be rifling through the room that he's in right now. So draw your toes back towards your knee. Again, allowing your hip to just naturally open by drawing the crown of your head up, drawing the heart center up, floating your shoulders down. And by doing so, you're creating space for this hip to open. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. And then on your inhale, exhale, draw the heart center forward, draw the crown of your head forward, keeping your spine straight, allowing the energy to be a forward moving energy from your heart center and your crown, keeping your back strong and straight, increasing the stretch along your back hip, your left hip. Continue to draw the shoulders away from the ears as you draw the crown of your head forward. Take another nice long inhale. Fully exhale. And then inhale, rise up. Hello. Dropping our left foot down. Let's find our way back into the chair and more relaxed against the back of our chair as if we are taking Shavasana. Now, if you want to leave your chair, lay on the floor, place your legs on top of the chair. That's most certainly an option. I always demonstrate the option of sitting in the chair because I know that people are tuning into this chair yoga who maybe don't want to be getting down on the floor. They may have knee issues and it might be difficult. But if you want to get on the floor, feel free. If you want to lay your legs up against the wall, feel free. If you want to lay in full Shavasana with your legs extended on the floor, please feel free. Let's inhale our shoulders up to our ears and exhale, bring them back down. And allow your body to rest against the back of your chair. Start to relax your body, placing your hands on your sides, lifting up your crown of your head, allowing room for your chest to expand and contract, allowing room for your torso, for your belly to expand and contract with your breath movement. Start to scan your body, starting with the top of your head, moving down the forehead, past the eyes, past your cheeks and ears, past your jaw, past your front and back of your neck, scanning to make sure that everything is relaxed and releasing all tension. Scanning past your shoulders and your collarbones, past your chest, down your ribs, down your arms, down the front of your torso and your back, across your forearms and your hands, down into your lower belly, across your hips, across your thighs, your knees, your shins and your calves, and finally, past your feet. Allow any remaining tension or energy you might be holding to release out of the fingers and out of the toes. As you sit here, focus your attention on that energy ball that you had between your hands. As you inhale and you exhale, imagine your energy ball expanding on your inhales and contracting on your exhales. Imagine it in a beautiful color of orange, glowing like the salt lamp that I have sitting on my table. Reassure yourself that you are only a mere mortal human. We must honor what we can do in the moment, respecting where we are at in the here and now. As we approach living and the things we must do in our daily living. Recognize that we can't do everything ourselves. That when we collectively draw together, we can get so much accomplished. Recognize that sometimes you must reach out to others, you must ask for help. This requires us to release our attachments. This requires us to let go. Sometimes this is hard. So I invite you to do this with love, love for yourself, love for those around you, love for the world that you inhabit. Continue to inhale and exhale, Allowing your energy ball to bend and flex to your exhalations and inhalations. Allowing it to grow on the inhale and to draw back down on the exhale. Inhale and exhale. I invite you to take at least 5 to 10 minutes of stillness a day, so you can remain in this resting pose, this restorative pose for the next 5 to 10 minutes. I want to thank you for joining me this morning for chair yoga. I want to thank you for caring for yourself. You are worth it. You are important. And you deserve this time. The light in me joins the light in you. The yogi in me honors the yogi in you. Namaste. If you like this yoga video, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe.